Hi there, welcome back to the Capitol for another report. I want to talk about a couple of things that we've been working on that you'll hopefully hear about. One is that we've been working on the budget on the Appropriations Committee, of which I'm Vice Chair, and we're almost finished with the budget. One of the things that we've approved on the House side is a follow-up to the cancer initiative that many of you voted on a year before last. And what we will do in our budget is to appropriate bonds for over $300 million so we can do cancer research in the state of Texas. The state Senate has appropriated $600 million in bonds, and so what will happen is we'll have to come to a midway point on that. But I think that's going to a great step in the right direction to make Texas a leader in cancer research. And along those lines, this session I've introduced a bill, House Bill 1742, which says that men who are 40 and over will be allowed to get a check for prostate cancer. Under current law, if you're 50 and over, it's covered by your insurance, but not if you're under 50. So what we have found is through the years now that more and more men are getting prostate cancer in their 40s, some of them even younger. So this would cover them in their insurance. My hope is that we will pass that. We'll be having a hearing on that tomorrow. Another thing that I want to mention is we're going to have a big debate on the issue of voter ID. Republicans have decided that they want to push changing the law, requiring that every single person who is registered to vote must present a form of ID in order to be allowed to vote. We've never had that in the state of Texas, and in fact, what they say they're trying to address is voter impersonation, so that if I go and say, here's my voter card, I'm Richard Raymond, they say, prove it. And we've never had problems in the past with people trying to impersonate someone else voting. And so we think it's a false argument. In fact, what the Republicans are trying to do is trying to make it harder for senior citizens, for college students, for minorities who are less likely to have an ID and who are more likely to be discouraged from voting. It's something we're going to fight against. We want to make sure that it is as easy as possible to vote and as hard as possible to cheat. That's my philosophy, and I think most Democrats and a lot of Texans agree with that. Thank you for dropping by for another report. We'll be giving you more updates as time goes on.